Hi guys! So I rewatched the video to make sure I could remember what I was talking about. So prior to the pillows, I was talking about medications. I want to make this very clear because there's probably going to be a lot of people that are being like, oh, you're trying to push drugs and you're a bad person, blah, 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 blah. I really don't care what you have to say. There have been studies for everything in life, everything, medication, ways of dressing, ways of living, types of food, for everything in this world that we have to use on a daily basis. They've all had research done on them. They've all had opposing sides. For foods, this food's healthy for you. No, it's not healthy for you. Oh, now it's healthy for you again. There's always going to be that back and forth for anything, especially for things that help us, because people are going to try to disprove it. People are going to try and find ways to be like, oh, no, it doesn't work. That's a big lie. Or because it's almost like with new things, people are afraid of new things. So they don't want to trust it. So I am an advocate for, and I'm going to be very clear about this because I touched on before. Recreational is different than medical, okay? If you use it for recreational, all the power to you. I'm not judging you, because there were times when you get teenage years, you go and you try different things. So I can't be a person that's like, oh, that's bad, because I'm human, I've done it, we all go through it. But what I will say is I am an advocate for medical uses of natural plants on this earth. And the reason why I say that is because people have been using it for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and there still have been no cases of death. I'll tell you right now, it is not okay to have cigarettes and alcohol be legal and not have marijuana, which is known and proven to help and not kill. There have been no death cases. If you go and look up the statistics from every single year that they've done a tally, like they've literally done statistics every single year on all three things, and only one shows no death. And the reason why there's so many people saying that it's bad for you and it's this and that, and you've got all the media and you've got all of these people trying to, it's because it helps and they can't make money on it. I'm sorry. It's the reality. A lot of people are going to disagree with me and a lot of people are going to agree with me. It's just life. There's always going to be those people that just don't agree with what you have to say. But what I want to say right now is please do not leave a negative comment in any of my videos. And the reason why I say that is because every person is entitled to their own opinion. I am not trying to push my opinions on you. I am just stating how I feel myself. I'm not saying that you have to agree with me. If you disagree with me, that's great. The only way that anything in our world on earth that can be advanced has to have two opposing sides, because there are different ways to look at things. If I'm looking at a car, I want to have people that are like, no, I don't think that's safe, or yes, I do think that's safe. I want to have both sides of the topic, or both sides of the scale. And the reason why is because maybe the person that says it's not safe sees something that I don't see. Sees something that I can learn and see. Maybe if I can learn to adjust the way I think to how they're thinking, I can see what might be wrong. That's the only reason why I value different opinions. But I'm asking you to please not just call me bad names and say bad things about my opinion because it's different than yours. That is not okay. There's a difference between having a different opinion and then trying to push your opinion on me. So by you arguing with me and telling me that I'm wrong, it's you trying to convince me that you're right and I'm wrong, and that's not okay. So I'm asking you to not do that. Again, back to the topic. I'm an advocate of medical marijuana. This is for people who have chronic pain conditions that need the relief. That conventional, chemically made, these aren't even naturally made. Like the reason why our body reacts a certain way to pain medications is because it's not natural. It's fact. You can look up, sorry, I dropped my microphone. You can look up all the different research on it. It's just fact. Some things our body is naturally susceptible to than other things. I can tell you from personal experience. When I have tried both, I've tried medical marijuana and I've tried pain medication. Okay? Pain medication, and I mentioned this in the last video. I have 4 different types of results for it. You shouldn't have 4 different reactions to one medication. Your medication should do one thing and one thing only, and that is relieve your pain. It shouldn't make you violently sick and physically sick. There's no reason to make you want to throw up on it. There's no reason that you should have severe pain in your stomach. There's no reason why it should only work sometimes and not the other times. And it's just unacceptable. And the only reason why they still pushed it is because they make more money on it. They can't make a lot of money on something that naturally grows in the earth. So, aside from the politics of it, I can tell you from personal experience that I had those reactions, 4 or 5 different reactions to pain medication, and 2 reactions to medical marijuana. And the reason why I say 2 is because there's 2 different types. There's types that bring your mood up and kind of help lighten you. And there's some that are basically uppers and downers. It's basically how it is. There are types that take away your pain but kind of give you a bit of an energy boost. It makes you a bit more lively. It kind of wakes you up a little bit. Sometimes you're just in so much pain, you're just really down and depressed. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of, I don't want to say high because it sounds awful, but a little bit of, extra boost, to kind of make you happy and enjoy yourself a bit more. Because honestly, when you're suffering with pain 24/7, you're down pretty much all the time. There's very little times where you're happy and excited and you're laughing with your friends and you're able to enjoy yourself. Just bottom line. I've seen people who can barely walk, who can barely sit, can barely stand, and there's so much pain, go from excruciating pain, and they're literally taking 17 pills, 17 different medications to help take away their pain, and they're still that bad. And all they do is a little bit of marijuana or have a cookie that has it in it or do some sort of candy or oils that they're given from the doctor, and they're literally dancing around the room. That's the difference between pain medication and medical marijuana sometimes. And that doesn't always work this way. You're not always going to react this way, but that's the ones that make you a little bit more energized. Then there's the ones that I enjoy using. I don't sleep very well, which is why I'm recording this at 12:39 in the morning. I don't sleep very well. I'm literally nocturnal. I get better sleep when it's daytime than I do when it's nighttime, which sucks because socially, I can't be that social because I'm awake when everyone's asleep and vice versa. Now, I've noticed this. The stuff that I like helps me sleep. It doesn't always put me to sleep, but it calmed my mind. I've mentioned multiple times that my brain is all over the place, and there's 2 reasons why. The first reason is I have ADHD. I've always had it. I don't know why. Some people grow out of it. Some of us don't. I was one that didn't. I'm not hyper. It's just focusing and trying to get my brain to kind of narrow down the thoughts to 1 or 2 is hard. So that's one thing I deal with. Second thing is when you're in a lot of pain, the reason why your brain's all over the place is because your brain's trying to figure out ways to help with the pain. So, for example, I will go from watching TV to on my iPad to talking to my friend to going somewhere out of the room to forgetting to go and do something. Oh, suddenly I have to do dishes. Oh, suddenly I'm hungry. It literally takes me forever to watch a TV show because I'm just all over the place. And the reason why is because of pain. Is because I can't focus on one thing at a time. Because my brain is trying everything it can do to distract me from my pain. Which is why certain medical marijuanas that bring you down and relax you it literally takes my pain away. Not entirely, but because it's impossible for me to never have pain. It's just the way our condition is. And because I caught mine later in the stages, it's worse for me. But anyways, it lessens my pain to such a low dullness that I'm not noticing it as much. So I'm able to enjoy myself and I'm able to relax and I can actually sit and watch a TV show, the entire show without really doing anything. And then I get tired and I sleep amazingly. And like I said, I'm not promoting this. I'm running out of time.